Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to AuscastNetwork.com for details.
Ozcast.
Hey, it's your boy Con from BTC, Brian Trophy Centre.
Bottles for me and my team.
My best mate, Tom.
Now it's time for BTM. Team Mates. Ready, team?
We potentially could all have an enema and then last person standing is the winner.
Can I film it? That sounds weird. That was to get out of it.
Really weird request. Check that with my wife.
To not participate.
Let's go.
Can we just check that this isn't like a dream that we are all having?
What about the enema?
We are. Wow, we are in the
Punch the person to the left of you guys.
we are in the Ozcast studios on behalf of Con and Lena at the Brighton Trophy Centre. We are back. Best teammates. Let's do a roll call because it's a really emotional episode to kind of officially welcome 2022. Hi, I'm Jared Walsh.
Hi, I'm Andy Martin.
Hi, I'm Rosie Panetta.
I'm Lyndon.
Hey! Okay, so
I'm not really.
wow.
It's been so long that on the walk into the Ozcast studios,
Yeah.
there is a high-rise building that wasn't there last time we did a
That's
podcast.
so true.
They literally built a hotel in between our episodes.
I think
Yeah.
the last time we did something was via Zoom or Skype or whatever back in Feb. So there is a lot to cover. Thank you to the three people who were wondering if we were ever going to do this again. So let's address the elephant in the room. Andy.
I knew that was coming. And also the joke. Yeah.
I need to read this
You're
out.
welcome.
Okay, so let's read this out, okay? Because this is a really good chance to get together and be honest with one
Okay.
another once again. Because we
I
thought that
laugh when I'm nervous and uncomfortable.
we were going to get together to address this. It's with a heavy heart that I write this to you all to let you know that I'm going to vacate my role in the Best Teammates podcast. The last 3 years and 100 episodes have been so bloody enjoyable, and who would have thought that a little boring sports podcast, I mean, it wasn't boring, between two mates would grow to what it has become now.
I mean, I was
4
there too,
members, sponsors, and a network of great listeners. It's something we should all be proud of. In the midst of coaching A-grade footy, a new baby on the way, building a house, and now taking up a new role with my work during the week, I'm becoming so strapped for time. Rosie just smelt to see if she had BO to commit to the pod that is required. I look forward to tuning in and keeping tabs on the pod as I really love you all and the dynamic you all have bring to the table. It truly is an enjoyable
First time reading, or-
product to listen. No, it says, and the dynamic you all have a bring to the table. That is what you wrote.
First time writing.
It truly is an enjoyable product to listen to, and I'll be keen listener. Can't thank you all enough for the experience and accepting me into the beast that it has become. Not much. Thanks and love, Matt. Matt Burgess, is this the last Best Teammates podcast you will ever be on? Because if it is, it turns into a bit of a celebration, not in like that you're gone, but we celebrate your
Clarify
time on
that.
the podcast. We reflect on our memories. Over to you. Where you at?
No, I'm back.
Yay!
Now, what are we going to do with the balloon drop now?
Probably not.
Let me explain. So that was written
Last year, no, it was earlier
it was
this year.
almost last year. No, very early this year. And
Yeah.
what had happened was about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I had one of those, I don't know, an epiphany, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
And I thought, they actually haven't done an episode since I quit. I'm the one that held that show together.
You're the backbone, man.
Sure, you're the backbone.
So I'm back.
posture.
You're the funny one.
I'm just back.
You are the funny one, and we all
I'm
agree
not,
that
but
no, but that's the
production
thing. You downplay yourself in your role on this podcast, so it's amazing to get a message from you saying I'm back. We're like awesome because it's the shortest resignation in history. I mean,
Ever.
apart from old mates over here, but we are.
Who, me? What do you mean?
I'm talking about something else, which we can talk about later on. But it is great to have you back.
Thank you.
And Andy, it is great to have you back. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
you've got some updates. I don't know what we can talk about. I just don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I will just be serious for a second.
Yes.
And like at the time that I wrote that, I was entering a lot of new things, and I have now managed.
What were their
Well,
names?
Do they look like donuts?
I had a lot of things happening in my life.
I'm
And-
listening.
Yeah,
I'm
thanks, Rosie.
shaking my head.
I'm
at
listening.
stupidity.
Yeah. And I've now learnt how to manage that time a bit better, and I'm now
You-
more
I-
available to you all.
Well, thank God.
Yeah.
Welcome
I think
back.
it's a good thing, though, that when you decided to step away, we're all like, hey, that's cool, bro. Like, we're all friends. So that doesn't change. But I find that we've done the podcast, like, well, we've done over 100 episodes. So when we catch up, it's like, oh, okay, it feels like yesterday. And that's the same. It feels like yesterday we were in here because nothing's changed about this studio, obviously.
No.
But
Times are tough.
the fact that we can...
Are we the last ones to use it?
Yeah. If anything, it's a bit
and-
more dusty.
Still a half a bottle of Fanta under your seat there.
we catch up as mates and support one another. But I also think that us doing this, it gives us a reason to have 40 minutes or whatever, just a laugh and not like question it.
No.
So it's it is therapeutic. I've said that so many times, but it's nice to actually,
Not always a laugh either.
yeah, and that's
be
the
a
thing,
chat.
Rosie. Like to
An
do that
important
with
chat.
we talked about our experiences with our like former working lives to actually have the opportunity to get our personalities out and not be like judged on every word that
I
you
mean,
say.
there is lots of judgment from you generally, but yes, no, I feel
This
that.
is we need to address our
Mostly,
relationship.
mostly
look,
through text message.
Yeah,
What's happened?
yeah,
No, just your guys' little.
yeah. We're fighting.
Yeah, you fight.
We
Through,
fight.
through the text message. It's
Yeah,
great.
I agree. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, to me, is that we all know Rosie does breakfast radio and goes to bed at 3 o'clock in the fucking afternoon.
Yeah.
But we still bombard that text. group
Absolutely.
And I
with
wake
text
up.
messages.
I think I drive that. I think I'm probably I think I bully Rosie. But
I feel special when I wake up and I see that I've missed 115 messages.
Okay.
I feel really special, guys.
We feel special that we know that 5 a.m. in the morning you're sitting there at the radio station going through those 120.
Well, that's what I was going to
Yeah.
say. Like, truthfully, do you read them all or skim past them?
Yeah.
And just
You look
sort of
for
go-
No, I
keywords?
thought I look for the pics.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
yeah, that explains that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I think today, I think it's really important today. I don't know if you brought any pre-prepared material or anything, but I think it's time to raise what you were going to raise a couple of episodes ago, which involved me FaceTiming because we haven't had that discussion yet. I don't
Let
know
me
if
see if I have
The
those
New Year's
photos.
Eve one.
no, there was another one that we
Look
can.
like an anteater.
Look, you
Sorry,
keep
wrong
talking.
podcast.
I'll see if I can find
Yeah,
those
so,
pictures.
okay. A little bit later on, I'm going to share with you probably the most stressful 12 hours of my life, and it has just occurred. So
Oh, wow.
I haven't
Recent.
really gone into detail with you guys to talk about it, but I wanted to share it with you. Andy, it is great to be back doing the podcast as well. Con and Lena have been such incredible support of all of us. Like, they check in with us all the time.
Yeah.
I'm going to see them tomorrow morning, and I saw them a few weeks ago. They are just such wonderful human beings. And Brighton Trophy Centre have expanded. So they've got the rub and tug place next door, or the massage parlour, whatever it was. And that is amazing. So they are doing a full fit out. And now,
So you can buy the trophy and fill the cup next door.
Wow. What that is. Have we ever talked about combo shops? Because that's a great one.
Yeah, it
That's
really
a
is.
great combo shop.
It's like getting the burger and the fries as well.
Yep. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that.
So anyway,
So
what I'm
glad
saying
I'm
is
back.
they've got they're really, really busy at the moment. And just to give you some context about Brighton Trophy Centre and the amazing
Context.
work they do.
Rosie, you look like my mum's scrapbook at the
Yeah.
moment. Like, oh, it's got the recipes for the
That's right.
It looks like a recipe book from an old lady. Oh.
Yeah, you definitely work at Mix.
I'm looking through my diary.
What's your best
for these-
recipe? Give us a call.
for these photos.
Cheese on toast.
Con and Lena actually did all of the trophies and awards for the Adelaide 36ers MVP over the weekend. They do some big
cool.
stuff. So
Good on
thank you for sticking with us, and it's great to be back. Andy,
Yes, sir. It's
you-
been an eventful couple of months for myself. Got COVID. Oh,
Did.
that took
have we
me
all
out.
had it?
No.
You haven't had it.
Nah.
I think I had it.
You need it. Oh, so you don't officially know.
I don't officially know.
You've had it.
Everyone told me that I had it.
Yeah.
If you haven't had it already, you're going to have a small version of it in the future.
Well, I heard today there's 2 new strains.
Yeah.
B4 and B5. Or like, I don't know.
They're bananas.
Yeah. B1 and B2 got sick of them.
Get out, eat a bat.
They're the illegitimate children.
Yes.
No, I read an article that said if you haven't had it yet, you don't have friends.
Oh, yeah, I saw that
Yeah,
one.
I know, that's
What,
good.
wasn't that from some sort of a Chinese doctor?
The one that ate the
Was
bat.
that
Yeah, like it was an official.
no?
I'm fine with not having friends.
Well,
by the
it was
way.
a
Well, that's
study,
fine.
a legitimate study, people that haven't had it yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
I reckon
Yeah.
maybe the other theory I have is that I was asymptomatic and I spread it to all of Christopher's family,
Yeah.
including
And
my
what
husband,
about
which
the
is my
COVID? Yeah.
husband.
Yeah.
Which is my
Christopher had it?
Christopher had it, yeah. So Christopher got it, and I was
You didn't
busy
get it?
with work, so I ran away to my sister's house and let him fend for himself.
Does it feel like someone's squeezing the front of your brain?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
for 2 days.
For a
Yeah,
couple
and
of
I
days.
coughed for a little bit, but I did rapid testing in the areas that I was required to do rapid testing.
And what areas were they?
Digital. So sorry, Andy, you had COVID.
Yeah, had COVID. Took me out. Took the girls out. So
for
yeah.
dinner?
Yeah. Hey, COVID, that is such a nice person.
Hey, welcome to
Wish COVID took me out for dinner.
Yeah, and I'm also a single man now.
I love how none of us know how we're supposed to
Yeah.
respond to this.
Well, we're just unsure of the where
Single
we
dad.
could go
That's
with
all I
this.
can say. It's all with the lawyers. So enjoy the ride, guys. We're gonna be on a big one.
Again, don't know how to respond to that.
So how are you?
I'm doing well because you guys have been so supportive. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
It's fresh.
no. This is a podcast.
92.7. It's Wine Bag Wednesdays now, man.
I was gonna
Rosie's
throw
no, this is Rosie's used for a demo. It's her air check.
Yeah.
Andy, I'm a single dad now. Fresh. Give us a call if you are also.
Speaking of winding back relationships, here's Avicii. That's all I could probably say at the moment. But yeah, it's still pretty new. I'm still adjusting. But you guys have been fantastic, and I wouldn't be where I am without you guys. So I do appreciate everything you guys have done, including taking me to the soccer on the weekend. That was fantastic.
Which you look like
Oh,
you
yeah,
haven't
thanks for the
changed your
invite.
clothes since.
I haven't.
No, he wasn't wearing that shirt.
Okay,
No,
well,
you're right. I was wearing no shirt.
You're wearing that jacket and the glasses because I could see
Yeah,
Rosie's old mate jacket that she was wearing
Yeah,
as well.
what'd you call that one again? I
Oh,
forgot.
I can't say that on
All
the
right.
podcast, but it looked like she wore it
It's
every
a
28
red
days.
and pink jacket, and it's very classy. I'll have you know.
We had a great time, and thank you for the tickets again.
Yeah, I wish I went.
No, don't even start that fight. Don't. I offered tickets and you said, I can't. Saturdays are hard for me.
Oh, Daddy and Daddy are fighting
It must
again.
have been one of the times where I woke up to 188 messages. And I just skimmed through it and looked for keywords.
Yeah, and
So
eat a
let us ask you like a question each. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like the press conference style question.
Oh, yeah,
that
cool,
we
cool.
ask.
Yeah.
But also we're mindful enough to know what we can and
Yep.
can't ask. So my question for you is as a single father now,
Yeah.
like in your mindset, is that still something? Obviously, the transition of being a parent part time.
Yes.
Potentially
or sharing the responsibility.
sharing responsibilities
Yep.
like that is a bit of a strange thing to kind of initially process, but as each day goes on, does it become more familiar?
Yeah, it does, and it becomes better.
Okay.
Because I don't have to worry about what the other person's thinking.
Yep.
I can make the decision because I'm responsible for the kids.
Yep.
And yeah, it's less to worry about, less to think about.
Yep.
It's a lot cleaner, and I can do what I want.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Over to you, Matt Burgess in the corner. I think we had a question.
Over to you, Matt, in the corner.
I was trying to come up with a funny name, but I couldn't come. So Matt'll do.
Did you call yourself Maddle-do?
Matt'll do. Hey guys, I'm Matt'll do.
That'll do from Singles Australia. Yes.
So did you say you moved back with your parents for now?
Yeah, temporarily while
Yeah.
we sort things out, yes.
How good is that though?
It's very good. I
'Cause
don't
you
have
can
to cook,
always-
clean,
yeah.
wash. What? Like when I say wash, I mean like
Your
clothes.
body.
Mummy, I'm ready to be clean. It's just like Thailand
I
all
know,
over
because
again.
I've seen your old mate. You need a couple of people to clean that beast.
Yeah, no, they'll have to get in there.
Don't say get
I don't know.
in
For
there.
some
It's a
reason,
real team
For some
effort.
reason, like Thailand elephant. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just-
No, I'm just happy that I'm now.
OTR with the high pressure cleaner.
Yeah, that's not fun.
They're in Free Willy when they're trying to get us back to the ocean.
The best bit,
through
the best
car
bit,
wash.
if you do it on the run, is that the three coloured thing afterwards. It smells good. Anyway,
But my question was,
Yeah.
like, it doesn't matter what happens in your life. You always go back to mum and dad's and it's all okay.
Oh, mate,
You
I've
feel
moved
so
back there
comfortable
fucking 5 times.
Yeah.
Like, things are well. No, it's good. I don't have to worry about your cooking, cleaning, washing, or anything like that. I can concentrate on the girls and sorting out what's going to happen in the future because it's quite complicated because there's a lot of different sort of moving parts that we have to sort out.
I've got a follow-up question. I'm sorry to cut you off, Rosie from Ranella. This is Tim from Tinder here.
Ranella.
G'day, brother. Yeah, mate, we go way back.
Yeah, so probably would you like to ask a question from what Matt
No, I
said?
don't want your platinum one.
Okay.
All right.
So does this
No, I'm not
allow
the
you
swindler.
having these conversations now with your parents because you're living back there? I've like a couple of nights that I've stayed at my mum's house recently. I have loved just sitting down with her and talking as adults, and it's a really nice thing to go. Like, obviously, parents have this nurturing mentality about them where you need to go, I am an adult, so you don't need to mother me as much.
Yeah.
However, to have an adult conversation and really show that bond and that love, I think sometimes you miss out on because you're not living there. But now you are. Do you find that and you actually go, oh, this is awesome to have such supportive parents?
Yeah. It's, I mean, you don't really know how supportive they are until something goes bad and you need help. But what's been great about this sort of scenario is I've actually been able to have a man-to-man sort of conversation with Dad.
So you can say with my mum.
with my mum. She's like, "G'day, Andrew, come on through." Sorry, I've just had a bit of pre-workout. Do
you want a beer?
Yeah. Like, I've been able to actually talk to Dad, just like dude to dude, really, like talk about everything and show him how well I have handled it so far without sort of like making mistakes or falling apart or, you know, being emotional about it. And I think he's really appreciated the person that I've become, the way that I've handled this so far.
Awesome, man.
As someone who is reactive, you have been very good.
Thank you very much, Rosie.
You have
From
been.
Ranella.
Rosie Panetta here, Fresh FM.
Whoa. Oh, it finally worked. You got the gig.
No,
Air check.
I mean, without going into it too much, how are your girls?
They're fantastic. Little Georgia, because she can understand kind of what's going on. She has a
She's
little bit of
3, 4?
processing to do. About to turn 4.
Yeah.
Millie, who's about to turn 2, she's like, hi, like whatever happens. But Georgia has to process it a little bit, which is unfortunate. But they're at the age where they can sort of start to get used to, I guess, and and sort of grow with it.
New normal.
Yeah,
whatever
new
that
normal.
is.
That's right. Yeah.
I've got Gary from Grindr here. I am wondering. So, when do you start to think about
A rebound.
Okay, yeah. So Rosie from Fresh.
I took a really fresh approach.
Oh, I like that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, and thank you very much to Connellina, Fresh sponsor. Because does that mean that we can also use your Tinder account?
Wow.
Like-
or Grinder. It's up to you.
No, like we can like be part of the whole process. Because I've done that once with you before.
Yeah, you did actually. That
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, we were on Tinder together, and Andy would go and action it.
Yeah, like we had both of our photos.
We were kissing, and we were like, who wants to party?
There's a lot of apps out there, and that could mean anything. But
No,
sure,
I've already got a
okay.
date tomorrow night, so.
Do you actually?
What?
Yeah.
Andy Martin.
Well,
it's
you
the
know what?
4th of the 5th.
I'm old enough to realise what the situation
Time
is.
is
and
precious.
Time is precious. I'm getting older.
Say la vie.
Yeah.
I love it.
Unreal.
That one?
That's a
Seize the
Bewitched
Day?
song.
No,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
Seize
It's
the
the
Day?
Bewitched song.
Yeah.
Say La
Say La
Vie
Vie.
and
Yeah.
Barbie Girl.
Yeah, Flashback Fridays at the Grand.
Yeah, that was great.
PTSD.
So,
Good times.
wow, this is new information. So, does this mean that, I guess, a silver lining with everything, we kind of will get to speak to Andy, not in the past tense of some of the things you've got up to.
I
Now we
guess-
can speak into the past tenses in yesterday about tell us your stories and escapades.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's get Boost Teammates up and running again.
Just everything is research now for the podcast.
Yeah, well, that's what I said to a few people. I was like, you know what? These things happen, but it's great content.
Yes, but I guess most importantly, we've all had the three of us have all had moments where we have removed the funny stuff from the podcast. Rosie especially removes the funny stuff every episode. But we
What, live?
What, when speaking?
yes.
There was an insult in there somewhere.
Yeah, I was just trying
But
to
hard to find
we've
it.
all had moments where we've been pretty vulnerable on this podcast. So just
Yeah.
know that this is also like a good safe space to be able to speak about if you're not going well. Because however you want to share is completely up to you. But we also have a really good community of people that listen that would be really supportive as well.
Yeah, 100%, and that's what's been so good about this whole situation, like of this bad situation, is the amount of supportive people that I've got around me, close, but also like further. So like people I don't normally talk to, or even just like talking to counsellors and psychologists and stuff like that. Like I know that I'm doing the right thing, which makes me feel better on the inside about the whole situation, which makes me cope better.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's good. Rosie, what's been going on with you, mate? I see you a fair bit, and we're fighting. So,
What are we fighting about? I don't
Love. You're fighting over your husband?
can I say something about Rosie Panetta? And I mean this and I said this to you after the fact of when you did it, and it was highly inappropriate. No, it wasn't. Rosie was had the opportunity to do the Anzac Day presentation for
Footy.
Port Adelaide
Oh, yeah.
for West
We
Coast.
always- National, wasn't
Port
it?
Adelaide always hosts the Anzac round.
It was
which
honestly, I was watching that, and it was one of the best performances that I have seen from an MC ever. Like, it was fucking brilliant. So I'm
Well done, Rosie.
Again, being
Well done.
serious, it
Thank
was so good. And I tried to like come up with an insult or anything, but it was incredible. So you should be really proud of all the stuff that you
Thank
do.
you. I was so for context, we didn't know it was going to go to television. It wasn't going to be
Everything goes
broadcast.
to television. Yeah.
No. Most of the stuff we do on ground is just on ground, and then 2
audience.
minutes beforehand they were like, "Well, this is going to be broadcast."
Oh,
so
they told you beforehand as well.
stand over
No
there.
pressure.
So
You'd
I
almost
like,
rather him not tell you, wouldn't you?
probably because
Yeah.
I
It changes one thing though. It changes one thing because it probably changes the amount of times you look at your script if you know you're on broadcast.
Oh, I wouldn't. I'd just read it off the
Oh,
fucking paper.
as in when you look, you're really committed to understand what's
You
on
want to
that
look
piece
down the
of paper.
barrel of the camera
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you know you're on broadcast. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I did that, but all I know is I tried to remain cool, and I did, and I think I remained paced and whatever you need to
How
be.
cool,
for the-
cool. Like, hey, man, what's
Well,
up?
yeah,
So,
You're like,
yeah.
what up?
I-
Shout
I
out to the
started-
diggers.
started-
what up, Melbourne?
And I didn't. Yeah, I put my
throw the
cap on
mic.
backwards for broadcast. I didn't realize how nervous I was till I walked away and then almost fainted. I was like, "Wow,
Really?
adrenaline to the brain!"
Because I paused when she asked how she went, and I'm like, oh.
Oh.
Imagine if you had to talk to like a metronome. Has that ever happened? Like,
No, that we've not encountered that yet, but sometimes we got put into different and difficult situations. So it's been great. Rosie's done a lot of work with Adelaide United, and she's been outstanding. And obviously her work on Mix has been brilliant too. So it's great to see you shining and finding your value finally, mate. So what's been happening in your life?
I resigned yesterday.
That was the best throw ever.
Yeah, fresh 927. But I love that about you because I told my missus about it last night, and sometimes a reaction is I resign. You go, I'm really sorry to hear that. I felt, and mate, this is about you, but I think it's an empowering thing what you did because it's
It was a choice this time. I realised I wasn't being valued.
value's the biggest word. You're on a journey to find your own value, and yesterday
I
you.
questioned it, and
good.
no one decided to respond to my questioning. So if you're not going to appreciate me, you don't get me.
I fucking
Right.
love that.
Damn
But I am
straight.
going to be on air still, So we're just not going to do the breakfast producing for a bit.
Oh, okay.
You know, one of the things that I don't know what you guys are starting to learn. One of the things
Cut
about
that.
COVID.
I'm out. Clean slate.
Everybody is over the past 2 years as we get back to some sort of normal, and it's weird. Like you have to actually now take a step back and have a look around and go, "Oh, no one's wearing masks anymore. There's
Yeah.
no COVID restrictions." Did that really happen? Because we're back to normal.
there's
now.
less chatter about it too, which
Correct.
is great.
But I think so many people now have started to understand what work-life balance is. So I reckon there would
Or what
be
it should be. and
or it
how
should be
wasn't
correct. More people would be
acceptable
resigning now or
pre-COVID,
standing
yeah.
up for themselves because they've understood what happens when it's taken away. They go, "Hey, we still kind of have our lives. You don't get to determine my value."
There was a big study done in the US where they found a huge amount of people that were in high-paying and high-powerful jobs that were resigning and walking away from them because they didn't fulfill they weren't fulfilled by doing that
Yeah.
job.
Yeah,
So
right,
they went,
okay.
you know what, I don't need to do this in my life. As long as I'm making enough money to put food on the table and
Yeah.
a roof over my head, then I'm happy. So yeah, they found in the US that there was a whole heap of vacancies in high paying, high powerful jobs because people were all of a sudden learning what was important in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They stepped away from that and spent more time with their family, like you said, work-life balance and so on.
So what does that mean for you now, Rosie? Obviously, you've got little side projects that you're working on, and you've got a
Lots
beautiful
of
hot husband who sent me a DM earlier.
Did he actually?
Yeah.
About what?
Picture.
He wanted me to MC some charity event, and I'm like, mate, I do my charity work. I do a podcast with your missus.
That was
How much does he pay you for that?
Nothing.
Oh, that's exciting.
I didn't say yes. Obviously.
That's what the fee was.
It's in the quote.
Brown paper bag, mate.
Show me the
Jesus
papers.
Christ.
No, it means I get to do more of what I want to do, so I can take up more MC gigs.
Well, can you talk
if
about
need
what's in
one,
the-
give me a call.
Can you talk about what's in your back shed? If you understand?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Well, she's about to tell you.
Yeah, no, and well, maybe. I mean, and I have a side business.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
Come
I haven't launched it properly.
All right, we don't talk about
Okay,
it.
we'll wait
The
for
back
it.
shed, we can wait for later.
Yeah.
We'll have
it's
a
not
launch
drugs.
episode.
I want to just put that out there. It's not.
What's in your back shed,
It's
Andy?
in the back
a lot of
shed.
drugs, apparently.
It's not drugs.
I've looked in your back shed. It's like a fucking Bunnings warehouse.
I mean, it's 50% now. Anyway. Sort of shrunk in size. And also the
What
shed.
about the shed?
Thank you. He was looking
Rosie
at
just
me,
staring, waiting.
And I was missing the entire point. Hey, Maddie.
Yeah.
Andy.
No,
your
it's-
name's Andy.
No, I just wanted to make sure that we sounded the
Yeah,
same
that,
still.
and we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
When's your wifey having a baby? Because she looks pretty ready.
Yeah, she's 35 weeks.
Wow.
Sick.
Sort of any time between now and middle of June.
Have you found out what you haven't yet?
No, hopefully a baby. No, we don't know because, well, I wanted to and Kira didn't want to, so we compromised and didn't find out. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Have you found out that you have impregnated your wife with a giant, though? Is there signs?
What do you mean by that? What
Whoa.
do you mean by that? How do you know?
No, just because you're
That's our
really
boy.
tall.
Yeah.
And I have had many friends have babies with tall
It is.
guys.
Oh,
and
Kathy
they
Burgess
end up
over here?
No,
giving birth to giants.
She is measuring in the higher percentile, actually, in terms of baby length, legs more in particular.
Wow.
So
Big football legs.
yeah, hopefully one day, or they can do whatever they want.
What's going on with your footy career? The Broadview Beavers.
Beavers,
are,
we're
they're
up,
doing all right.
We're
yeah?
up and about. We're 4 and zip, second
Really?
on the ladder. Yeah,
You got a good squad, mate.
we do have a good squad. Yeah, no,
Is that,
it's
so
been-
that's due to your picking?
yes.
So you actually pick the players, right? As
Yeah,
in, like,
I do.
from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
beginning.
that's right. Yep. So no, they're going well, and I'm enjoying it. So it's always easy when you're winning. Ask me maybe later on when we've lost a couple, but everything's very smooth sailing at the moment. And we're having a good time. So
What do you think it comes down to? The fact you guys are winning the most?
we kick more goals than them.
Fair call. No, I thought you might have said like 'cause we're tough
like-
as fuck.
No, look, to be honest,
violent.
like not being serious.
We pay the umpire.
we definitely don't do that
Right.
because free kick count, I'll tell you that. No, I've worked really hard on building a good culture that people want to come to and be part of. So I think if you can do that and people are there because they want to be there and get better, then they're going to perform better. So
Yeah.
You should talk to some major corporations. Yeah, that doesn't exist.
I would love to do that. Yeah. I did ask
And
Jared
that
if
is
he
my
wanted
mic drop for the day.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, I'm glad we've found out that everyone's okay. I'm not okay, and I think it's important that you guys get around me.
All right, what do you reckon, Matty? What are you up to tomorrow?
to. Yeah.
Well, I didn't get COVID.
Have you got it now?
You need. You need to tell me if I need to disown one of my friends.
Okay.
So yesterday was a really good afternoon because I was lucky enough to do my Speak Good workshop at the Port Footy Club. So I got to speak to their first to fourth year players about communication and connection and.
Rosie's back, everybody.
I tried to subtly move
So
the
I'm
microphone, sorry.
buzzing at the end of that. The most amazing feeling that I have at the end of a workshop is when I think that the people have been engaged, and it was challenging because it was in the afternoon. The boys have just had training, and these guys need to eat all the time. So I'm like pretty nervous, but it managed to go really well. So I get to the car. I put everything in the tray of my ute. I'm driving a ute at the moment, which just doesn't
Thanks
make
to-
sense. Australian Motors Mitsubishi. But that doesn't make sense for me. You don't see me as like a ute guy, right? When you,
Yeah,
you
what are you going to put in the back of a ute?
I'll put you back there.
Jesus.
No, I didn't say alive. So anyway, I get home and what's in the back of the ute is my laptop bag with my electronics and stuff, my hockey
Because
bag.
I'd put that there too, just floating around in the back of the ute.
So this is like, it's got a
I
cover.
reckon that fits in the cab, Jared. I don't know.
What's the cab?
The bit with the
Where you
seat.
seat.
Oh, okay, but I don't need a taxi. I've got a Triton.
Oh, my
so
God.
anyway, and also I've got a suitcase which has all my.
Now that goes in the back.
Okay, my
Yeah.
suitcase has all my Speak Good stuff in there, everything in there, right? So I go to hockey and I pick up my mate because we're driving from West Lakes to West Beach, and I pick him up. He gets in the car, and I'm like, "Awesome! Put your hockey stuff in the back. You shut it. Yep, cool. No worries. Done." We get to hockey, which is at West Beach, and he goes to get his hockey bag. Bag out of
Yeah, the old hockey bar.
The old hockey back.
Yeah, boy.
The hockey back bar.
So we go to get the hockey bag out of the back, and he's like, "Oh, was this supposed to be shut?"
Oh, no.
Well, what do you mean?
Oh, you should get the tarp version, haven't you? Like,
No, I
tarp?
don't.
Yeah.
But I opened just the mouth part of it
the
to
tray.
slide the
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
in.
yeah.
So it's open, and I'm like, "Oh wow!" And he said, "Okay, has anything fallen out?" And I've looked in there, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be honest with you. The suitcase with all of my workshop stuff has fallen out.
The whole suitcase fell out.
The whole suitcase.
How fast
fell
were
out.
you driving?
Wasn't going fast, but this is a suitcase
No one
that had
alerted you?
wheels. No one alerted me. So we've got to West Beach now. Our game starts at 7:00. We've got to West Beach at 6:40.
What's in the suitcase? I can put in feedback sheets. From
Nah,
the boys
just a
and
big
stuff.
cardboard cutout of himself. I think.
Basically, pull up banner, and if you go to the workshop, it's a lot of materials that are important for the workshop. So it's really important, and a lot of the stuff can't be replicated. So at this point, I'm like, this is not good at all. I'm trying to be all like, nah, no worries, bro. We'll find it. Remember, 6:40, the game starts at 7. And ultimately, it's like Masters hockey. I won the best and fairest. It's not that important.
No, you just
Right?
roll it.
Where do you
halfway.
go from there, really?
Yeah, I mean, you just keep winning
know.
more
Olympics.
awards and
Yeah.
scoring goals and dominating.
Roll it
It's
up
like,
10
it's
minutes.
totally fine. I'm a bloody legend.
More
Get
like
around me.
Masters.
Yeah,
Masters
yeah,
Olympics.
mate, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, mate.
Yeah.
Far out. That's a thing, mate. Far out. Go for a run. Okay, so
You just got big fat.
no, I did. I was talking to myself. Fuck. So so we drive back the way that we came. We went from West Beach back to West Lakes, but obviously it's on the other side of the road. And if you've been down
traffic.
like Sir Donald Bradman Drive before Burbridge Road, you know.
Yeah, Drummy.
Yeah, but it's a little Bradman.
So it wasn't there. We go to West Lakes, no. So then we drive back towards West Beach, and it's not there.
Fuck.
So we get to hockey at 7:05. I step onto the field. I score 2 goals because legend.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Got hit in the hand with my hockey stick. You can see. I think I've broken my finger
Oh,
right
gee,
here.
yeah.
it's yellow.
Yeah.
That actually looks like it's
Yeah,
about
that
to fall off.
I think
Yep.
you should go to hospital.
So that's not good. So then I drive back home.
It looks like I
bad.
can
Can we
I can
stop?
put a fucking steak on that, I reckon. and
You
it'll-
need to go to hospital.
Kind of. Yeah.
Now that I've seen that,
Yeah,
that
it's
is
full on,
just
hey.
fucked.
Yeah. So I think I got a broken finger.
Yeah, I think you'd have broken a hand.
I think multiple fingers are fucked there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should call an ambulance.
So we get back home and I drop him off and he's like, I'm really sorry, man. I'm like, no, it's all good, bro. And he gets out of the car. I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do? Get home. I'm like, I can't do anything about this. So I need to start thinking about everything that was in that suitcase and what I can use for. I've got 2 workshops this week, so I needed to make sure I had stuff
Oh, there's
for
no
it.
happy ending here.
Well,
Oh, no,
you
look
know,
at his
went
hand.
down Hanson Road afterwards. So then,
Still got another hand.
Yeah,
So-
so, fingers anyway.
I got to.
Well, wide.
Okay, so I got to 10 o'clock. I've had dinner and I've said to my missus, I'm just going to have to go for another drive. Thankfully, there weren't too many cars on the road, so I'm going 40 down the road. If you think from West Lakes to West Beach, going down Military Road, going on the Esplanade, nothing. So there is no chance of this happening.
It's dark by now.
Dark,
obviously.
ridiculous. It's all gone.
No
And
street lights on that
Nah.
street,
So
yeah.
I'm thinking there's people's personal information there. Do I put something on social media to say, if you find this, let me know? But then you think there's a lot of like fuckwits on social media that would see that as an opportunity.
They just piss
Shouts
off
out to
the end of-
listeners.
What makes it worse?
If someone finds it and opens it, they'll see Jared Walsh's face all over the.
Yeah, definitely, but that doesn't mean that it's necessarily a good thing.
Do you know it'd be funny if they someone did find it and there's the cardboard cutout and they open it and they think it's actually Jared in there?
Things going well, mate, since Port Centrelink, eh? So what made it worse was the fact that driving along Military Road and driving along Seaview Road last night, today was also hard rubbish day.
Oh no!
So that means that people would assume that it's hard rubbish and then it's fucked. So I woke up this morning, thought, how am I going to actually handle this? Until at 7:58 a.m., I received an email from Scott Stevenson,
Steve-o.
fake name, that I thought, hey mate, I reckon I have your bag found in the middle of the road at Henley Beach. Kind regards, Scott Stevenson.
That's sick.
I called Scott Stevenson.
Did he leave a
was
number?
Yeah,
Obviously.
on his email
Did he-
signature.
Oh, it's on
Did he
signature.
find your email through the products in the suitcase?
Oh, he probably just recognised me.
Oh,
No, so there's a lot of
He
stuff
goes to
in there.
Centrelink at Port Adelaide.
There's a lot of stuff there which is branded. So what I think he would have done is potentially Googled my name and Speak Good, because that's all the stuff that's in there. And then that email has come direct to my email address, which is found on my website. So how do I thank him? So obviously the friends... There's an ongoing issue with this friend, which I'll get to in a second. How do I thank Scott Stevenson? I'm thinking a bottle of wine.
I reckon you fuck your other friend off and make Scott Stevenson your friend.
I think it's a great suggestion.
Friend swap.
Yeah.
I like
What
that
if
one.
Scott Stevenson doesn't want a new friend? we need a backup
What
option.
about a lifetime membership to Speak Good workshops?
It's another great suggestion. And I think that he is really an example, though, of a good Samaritan that does that stuff, because otherwise people probably could have just
He could be part of
taken
your
it.
Can I see?
course.
Can I
Could be-
see the email?
Yeah, of course you can.
He could be part of your course.
Well, the thing
this
is-
hey guys, so this is what you do when you find someone shit on the road.
I like that. It's not shit.
No,
yeah. The friend that did this to my car last night, I felt it was a bit of karma, because a couple of years ago he was driving a Mitsubishi Lancer with a spoiler on it. I closed his boot too hard and the spoiler broke. But instead of smiling and laughing and saying this was okay, he invoiced me for $1,000.
Get out.
Smart.
Did you pay it?
Yes.
So what
I
are you
don't-
charging him?
Well, I don't know, because I've got the bag back now. So do I?
Oh,
free.
you should charge him the petrol.
I think that's a great idea, Rosie.
Yep.
I can't believe he charged you for
Yeah,
that.
he did.
What, does he have insurance?
I don't know. So I think
Also,
it's
how do you stuff up a spoiler by slamming?
on a Lancer, because it's attached there and there's lights and everything. It
I
was-
can't see myself invoicing
Well, you've got
you
glasses.
guys.
Oh, okay. Sorry, there's more to it. Yeah, you look in the mirror.
But-
I can't see myself.
When you shat in the back of my car
Yeah,
and we had to clean it, I'm not going to invoice you for the cleaning for that.
yeah. And I also
Taxi
think
would.
regarding we need to unpack that story in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, we do.
We need to
Once
relive
everything's
that.
settled.
Once
Once
everything's
everything's
settled,
settled.
we need to relive that story.
There
Okay.
it is. Oh, Scotty
So I'm gonna go
Stevenson.
see-
Have you met Scott?
I'm going to Scott's house at 6:30 tonight to pick up the suitcase.
Please, when you go, Scott's going on, brother.
Are you here by yourself? Got no friends? So I think it's obviously a sad story that was happy, but you can imagine me on the hockey field. My bag's gone. It's
Yeah.
freezing cold. I was late. I've had pre-workout, and I think my
Broke
hand
your finger.
might be broken.
Do you know one of the messages I give my players before a game is how
Nudes.
Yeah.
What do you think of this guy?
No. So I talk about how grateful they should be
Yep.
and how lucky they are, because for that 2 hours that they're on the field, it doesn't matter if they've had a shit day at work, a
Yeah.
fight with their parents, bad day at uni, they get to go out there and play a sport and completely forget about whatever's going on in their life.
Yeah.
I feel like for you, having been to the very top of Masters hockey,
Thank
all
you.
right, you would have.
I haven't won a
you-
premiership yet.
You would have run around going, just knocking in goals, going, "Fuck, I've got to find my suitcase. Got to find my fucking."
Yeah, I
suitcase."
was. Yeah, because it's like scoring goals is just like muscle memory now. It's just
But
easy.
did you
You're not-
did you play harder because you were so passionate about the fact that your suitcase was somewhere that you didn't know about and you had to work it out? But so you just got angry.
You know what was really weird? Last night is probably one of the first nights that I've gone, this is out of my control.
Wow.
Which is weird for me because I'm a
Yeah.
control freak.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm trying to...
Well, you say that, but then you went searching for
That's
it
true.
twice after that moment.
no,
so,
that was for the happy ending.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
also-
we all like a
also-
happy ending,
yeah.
and I'm glad you got yours.
You also accused Scott Stevenson of being a fake person.
That's also true. So,
Even though I believe that you've just Facebook stalked him in.
yeah,
the
we
past
covered
2
that when you
minutes.
held up the photo.
he's
We're
right.
like, oh, there it
I
is.
don't think you said it out loud,
He looks like a
though.
good, honest man.
He does,
Yeah,
yeah.
Steve-o.
Great
He's
kisser.
an SSE advisor or whatever he was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great, let's just say where he works too anyway.
You
that's
ready for
very
it? Here it
personal.
comes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, is that it? Have you got something? Have you prepared anything?
No, have you?
No, I haven't prepared anything.
Have you?
It's been a few busy weeks for Andy.
Matthew?
Whoa. Yes, Mum.
Well, I think it's good. So, are we saying that we're back?
This was like
is
a
us being
hi,
back?
we're back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Well, I'll give you a house update.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Still got the shit out the back?
Yeah, still got no frames up.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, we're at exactly the same point as the last episode.
So have they given you reasons why, or is it just the fact they can't get the shit
Oh, you
together?
know, COVID.
All right.
Nah, I don't know.
Is there wood? Because wasn't there a wood shortage?
Well,
Some call it timber, but
yeah.
let's continue calling it wood.
Isn't that wood?
Ours is steel frame.
What's
so
the difference between wood and timber?
probably
the
a
word?
lifestyle.
One's harder. Yeah. All right.
Fine, I got the biggest timber right now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, check out this wood out, guys.
Next caller.
Yeah, right.
Joel sell timber.
Well, because winter's coming, so does that mean
Edges,
that
I think, is the difference.
things might be delayed? Even
My favourite actor,
Well-
Timber Harrelson.
Oh my god.
They've given us an end date or a handover date of mid-November, which is that puts us at 20.
Are you going to live in this house?
Oh, fucking one day.
We're in a tent at the moment.
Yeah.
A couple of tubs.
Well, by the time they reckon it's done, it'll be around 22 months. Jesus, a long process.
Better be good quality then.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps it up. Thank you very much to Con and Lena once again from Brighton Trophy Centre. The other thing we should probably say, we are going to be more active on social media and doing a lot more. One of the goals that we've constantly said that we have had is to put a night on, like a retro R&B night or like a bring back us DJing to know people night. However, I feel that is a really good reality now because we've got a clear pathway of COVID restrictions and stuff like that. So we should really start thinking about how we're going to do that and how we're going to build that. Maybe it's as simple as we just find a venue and we just go there for a couple of hours or whatever. But I think
Get Rosalicious back on stage.
Rosalicious
do
will
a
be
top
back.
10 countdown.
yeah.
Oh,
Who's ever called me Rosalicious?
Didn't you used to do HQ every Wednesday night?
That wasn't me.
Didn't I say that? No, sorry, that was Captain Kirk. Yeah. Sorry. So
Very similar.
we're going to be doing that. There are also opportunities. If you have a business that you want us to promote on the podcast, just get in touch with us because we know that Con and Lena at the Brighton Trophy Centre have been so amazing.
I mean, through the process of being involved with the show, you know, they've now gone from one shop front to another.
It's all, yep.
It's all due to the podcast.
Yeah.
Us.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be taking full credit for their
I'm
commercial
gonna take
success.
full credit of their commercial success.
Yeah, but they still have the plaque up at Brighton
They
Trophy
do.
Centre.
You haven't seen that yet, Rosie, have you?
I still haven't, sorry.
Are you on it?
To take someone off that one.
I'm Rosie on
I'm
it.
not.
We'll take Dale Fletcher off it.
Yeah, I got another one for you.
Okay.
Mother on children.
Oh, okay.
Guys, it's great to see you. Matt is officially back.
Yuck.
Rosie's here. And it's great to see you guys. So thank you very much for having us on Best Teammates. We are officially back. And shout out, we should say.
To all the doubters on Twitter, screw you. No, we
Yeah.
love you. No, screw you.
And
Just-
what's really important to note is that, look, I think it's important that we are a positive podcast, but we had a fair bit of time off. And we have always had some accusations that another South Australian podcast copied a lot of things that we did. Just saying, this other podcast has also had a lot of time off. Stop trying to copy us, all right? So just stop.
Do you think they're dead in the water? Like, do you think they're not doing it anymore?
hope
No,
they're alive.
I think, they're alive in person, but
Yeah.
I think it will be back. And-
well, probably next week now that this has been.
oh no, that's not nice, Rosie. I wouldn't have said that. Great to speak with you guys. We'll check you. See ya.
Wow.
Oscast.
Listen, if you're always running to the bathroom and sometimes just can't make it, we need to talk. You're not alone. I was just like you until I spoke to an expert physician about Axonics therapy. It changed everything. It didn't just give me bladder control, it gave me my life back. Axonics therapy is not another drug. It's just a tiny device you barely have to think about. And it can give you real, lasting relief. You can even try it out first to make sure it works for you. Just take the first step. Get started at findrealrelief.com. That's findrealrelief.com. It's time to get your life back. Consult a bladder specialist to find out if Axonics is right for you. Results and experiences may vary. Risks can result from Axonics therapy that may require surgical intervention. Available by prescription only. For more information about safety and potential risks, go to findrealrelief.com.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to AuscastNetwork.com for details.